So I just got a new source for wood chips. Neighbor up the street has his own. I'm watching out for Merle. He's not happy that I'm in here. But he also doesn't like the wheelbarrow. So maybe if I keep the wheelbarrow between me and him, we'll be okay. Anyway, guy up the street has a tree company, an arborist, forestry and all that. They do, you know, a lot of tree removal and stuff for residential, for people's homes and stuff. Come to find out, he's got a wood chip pile that's taller than my garage. I can have all the wood chips I want. Now, it's not, you know, like the shredded mulch that I used to get. The last 2 or 3 years of stuff that I've been buying, that I spend like $200 or $300 a year to, you know, do flower beds. It actually might be more than like $400 a year that I do flower beds and put the pathways in the garden. Shredded mulch, it's not like that real fine stuff. You know, this has got some like little sticks in it and it's more chunky. But, man, for free, you can't beat it. It's organic. They also make sure there's no black walnut in it. You know, because black walnut, you don't want that around your plants because there is a, I don't know if you call it I guess it's a toxin that the tree produces that prevents growing or prevents the growth of a lot of other plants. You don't want black walnut around like a garden area or flower beds. There are certain plants that do okay with it, but in general, black walnut is not good to have around. Around stuff that you're growing. It has many other benefits out, you know, in its own area. Anyway, so there's no black walnut in this stuff and it's not sprayed with anything. So it's just ground up wood chips. Let me show you. I need to fix my camera. I'm bending over here. So there, now I can be a little bit more stood up here. So this is what it looks like here. And you can see there's some bigger chips. But, you know, for pathways and putting out here in the chicken run, because, you know, we've got throughout probably from mid-February to Merle, go find a hobby. All right, I had to chase Merle away. So what was I saying? Oh, so I think from like about mid-January up through like last Monday or Tuesday, with the different snowfalls that we probably had close to 2 feet of snow. I know we got a foot the one time, 4 inches another time, 6 inches another time. So a couple inches another time after that. I mean, like, you know, over the course, we never really got a chance to melt off very much before we get another batch of snow. So the chicken run, after all that snow melted off over the past week, was just a mucky, muddy mess. It's been just gross walking out through here. Because of course there's no grass left in here, and all the mulch that I had put down last year is gone. So finding these nice thick wood chips to put in here is awesome. I'm very excited about it. And the cool thing is that over time, the chickens will scratch down on this stuff, they'll poop on it, work that all into the soil. It's going to compost down and makes really awesome soil that you can then use in your garden beds. Now, I won't get much of that. Now this area actually that I'm standing in, the plan will become part of the garden where I'll actually not be doing raised beds, but planting in the ground. I'm going to try a no-till method. That'll be part of what we're doing this year. Once I get the greenhouse done and do a front portion of the garden, this will probably be the last part that I get to. But eventually this whole thing is coming out and moving somewhere else so that we have just one extended garden up from the greenhouse. And I'll have all this composted wood chip, chicken manure, black, gorgeous dirt to plant in, with all the weeds already removed from this whole area, because the chickens have been living here for the last 2 years. So I think it's going to be awesome once we can get to that point. In the meantime, I got to move some wood chips. So there's that. Alice always has to see what's going on. Always got to be in the middle of everything. Don't you? Don't you? Always got to see. So another thing I've had to do in between moving all these wood chips is wrangle chickens. Because Alice and actually Opal, which is strange because she's normally more skittish, but she's been kind of in the middle of things more like Alice normally is. Anyway, when I open up the gate here to wheel in another thing of wood chips, first time Alice goes tearing out. So I had to chase her down and get her back inside. And then the next time I came, Opal and Alice run out, and Opal's a little bit harder to catch. Alice is more, I don't know, docile or friendly. I actually was able to grab her and pick her up, but had to run around and chase Opal for a few minutes before I got her back in. But one thing that I'm concerned about with them running out is that husky, the one that attacked our chickens last summer, was over here yesterday. Had escaped again, was tearing around the chicken coop. Of course, now it's, they're all in here and not, it's a more fortified thing than what it was when he got them, when they were outside the main run last year. But that's what I was concerned about, is if it escaped today while one of them got out and was running around out here, bad things could happen. So I'm hoping that we don't have to continue to worry about that, but I'm gonna have to do something else with some additional fencing for the whole yard to keep the dog just out of the yard in general, I think. But fencing the whole 1 acre is going to be probably expensive. Now about 3/4 of it is done now, but it's getting to the point where it's going to need the whole thing to be redone, because I put in this split rail fence 8 years ago. So, there's some of it that's already starting to rot a couple places. I'm sure the post actually would last me another 5 to 7 years, but because the posts are locust wood, whereas the cross beams for the rails are just pine, and in the thin spots where they go into the posts, some of those areas have rotted. They don't last as long, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, so free wood chips. It's always a good thing. I'm going to be utilizing a lot of that this year to do all my pathways, and with expanding the garden, doing it in between the beds and whatnot. It's going to be pretty cool that it's all free, and just really good quality stuff. So, and it's going to keep the mud down for the chickens. But anyway, thanks for coming by and checking out another video. Hope you subscribe to our channel. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Spring's right around the corner, a couple weeks away. And planting season is coming up fast. I gotta get the greenhouse done. All right, guys. Hope you are having a fantastic day, and that whatever's going on in your neck of the woods is going great for you, that all your projects are coming together and not taking as long as the ones that happen here, because it takes me forever to get everything done. But hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Namaste. Alice, what you doing? Scratchings? Where you going? Now you're gonna run away. All right.